Welcome back to CALMSDEN Farm on Farming Simulator 22 for episode 21 with me, MrSealyp. We are just off the back of the previous episode. I might be skipping ahead, but I wanted to show this bit. Well, a couple of bits actually. Fabric, when I said about getting the tailors, we've got a fair bit of fabric piling up. And then the sugar. I know the last time I went on about this I had loads. I mean, look at that. Yeah, got a bit of sugar. Just a little bit. Best price for the cheese and for the cake is Aunt Emma's. So, I have separated them so we can see what the prices are. Both the cheese pallets are 1,000 litres, so obviously they'll be worth more. It says. There we go. $7,846 for 2 pallets of cheese. That's amazing. Now the cake's only 400 litres, so obviously that's not going to be worth as much, but for cake, the pinnacle of production chains, 2,982 for one 400 litre pallet of cakes. We'll take that. So, my seeding of field 3 with barley is continuing. I am going to go and cut some grass on the secret. Well, it's not a secret anymore, is it? Because I cleared all the trees away from half of it so you can see it. The meadow and over by where we've got all the other factories and the greenhouses, and we'll cut all the grass up there, which again means I'm going to have to lease the loading wagon again until one comes up for sale nice and cheap, which I might buy one if they do, because I'm tending to use them a bit more now, I suppose. And I'll need one when we have the straw swaths and things. I will, won't I? Yeah. So what I'll do, take this back over to the greenhouses. I'm going to get on with some mowing and other related paraphernalia. I will see you later on. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do next. I don't know. I'll think of something. We are racing towards 2 o'clock in the afternoon here on CALMSDEN Farm. We're not racing anywhere else, obviously we're doing 7 miles an hour. And we are rolling on field 3. We did very well selling the cake, as you've already seen, the cake and the cheese. So we've got processes carrying on doing that. I've also, as you've already seen as well, took the mowers out to the, well, not secret meadow anymore. Cut that. I've also cut the other one, the other secret meadow, opposite our carpentry, and I've done the field up around the dairy, bakery and grain mill. All of that is swathed already because obviously the mower's swathed, and I've decided, because I had all my vehicles were being used at that point because I was doing fertilizing and something else. I was doing other things. The mowers are on one, fertilising the other, and rolling with this. So I took the lorry, leased a loading wagon. This time I went for the Strautmann 50,000 litre one. I've done a couple of runs, 2 or 3 runs. I think I've done 3. And put that into our fertilising. We're not fertilising, fermenting. We are doing vertical fermenting today. What else am I doing today? Oh yeah, going to get the rolling done on here. And I keep changing my mind about what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the new planter, and we're going to put corn in field 6. I've decided. I don't know why I've decided to do that. I just have. And we're going to do sugar beet in our newly created field. I'm going to call it the pig field. What used to be the, where the pig pens were originally. So that's what we're going to do. I'm doing what I often do. I'm just going to get myself a nice area sorted out. I'm really, again, I'm just enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. Smiling away to myself. When am I recording this? This bit, Monday. This should be posted today, Monday. Tomorrow, the Antonio Carrero pack comes out, 22nd of March. We should be getting the new vehicles and machinery on console, well, on all platforms. It is a season pass pack 1. So if you've got season pass, or the year 1 season pass, you will get it automatically. I don't know, I'm assuming like any DLCs, if you've got season passes, you get the DLC free because you've paid for it. If not, you have to pay for it separately. So you should still be able to pick it up, but you just have to pay for it separately. The pros and cons of a season pass are always there, aren't they? That there'll be some DLCs that get released and some people might think, actually no, I'm not interested in that stuff, I won't buy it. So whilst yes, getting a season pass, you can save yourself money in the long run, if you're the sort of person that might not pick up all the DLCs anyway. For me, being a YouTuber, making videos, I would buy them anyway, just, you know, to add into the content of what I'm doing on my videos. So for me, it's a kind of, I say a given, but I would do it anyway. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, I'm going to do some vineyards or some vines. It will be a vineyard, but we'll do some vines. And I might use some of the Antonio Carrero stuff. Our new John Deere 1113, that's what it is, isn't it? That's what I'm going to be using for doing our planting. The only downside with that is it's got a small seed tank, and because I do all my fertilising ahead of time, I'm not quite sure why I just changed direction. I wanted to get that little lump bit that sticks out done. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is also pop to the store and buy a front seed tank. Yeah, like I say, because I generally do my fertilising all ahead of time. Then when I come to do my seeding or planting, my fertilising is already done, or there's only one stage left and I'll do it afterwards. It's just, like I said before, it's the way I've done it. That was born out of the fact I generally do a lot of contract work. I got into the habit, if I was doing seeding or planting contracts, I didn't want to fertilise at the same time because it was costing me money to do that, especially if I was using my own seeders or planters. When the contract is only asking for seeding and you're fertilising at the same time. So I just got out of the habit of doing it, really. Very sedate, very relaxing. Always interested at the start of a new week to see what mods we're going to end up with. Apologies for Friday for no mod review. Stuff I needed to do, and it's always the way, isn't it? You know, I try to do them as best I can. I know some people always say, can't you go back and redo them, and you know, fairly busy weekend. Got a few coming up actually in the UK. It's Mother's Day next weekend. The kids have got stuff planned for MrSealyp, so I'm sure I'll be involved in those plans. I assume I will be. We'll see. They haven't spoken to me about that. So yeah, and for first time in a while over the last few days, we've had a bit of sunshine here in the UK. It's been lovely. Still not warm, but warmer than it has been. So being rather positive about things. Anyway, yeah, we'll whiz over and we'll grab a front seed tank, and then we'll get that field done, and then I'll get a few more runs done, and we'll get the fermenting silos turned on. At the moment I haven't switched it on yet, but I was waiting until I had an audience. Now let's get this lined up and see where we are for interior work. That little handle there, line that up with the bit I've already done. We're pretty much okay. Just have to keep an eye on that as I'm going. Lovely. We're on our way to the store. The rolling is continuing on field 3. I'm going to start the planting. Before we start to lose light, I can go backwards and forwards as it starts to get dark, collect up the straw swaths, the grass swaths for our vertical fermenting. But I thought we should talk tanks. Let's talk. This is Farming Simulator 22 World of Tanks edition. Because something dawned on me. It's weird, funny, however you want to look at it. How the difference between 19 and 22 is only when you come to use something you got used to using, you suddenly stop and think, either it's there, it's better, or it's gone. In this case, it's gone. So as it stands at the moment, the time of doing this, front tanks, what do we have available? Now, on Elm Creek and so far, because I've been doing seeding, the tanks I've had available have been absolutely fine. There is the seeding options mod by TF2020 mods, which gives you the ability to change on certain seeders and planters, whether you have it seed and fertilizer or mainly all seed, and So here's what I usually do. If we go to our tools and under, let's go with seeders first. So on FS19 we had the TF1512, which is a front tank, does seed or fertilizer, which is very handy, very helpful, useful. 1,500 litres, which is okay. I always used to try and get more sort of bang for my buck. So going through and looking, there's nothing else. So I had to look through the mods, couldn't find anything else. Under planters, we have got the Lemken Solitaire 23. Standard version in game, 2,000 litres, so much better, but it only does fertilizer, not seed. So, okay, that's going to be a problem. And I suddenly realised what's missing is the Vagerstat FH2200. That was the one that was always my go-to. That was, it was 2,200 litres. It did seed or fertilizer. You found it under planters. Absolutely brilliant. No problem at all. So I thought, okay, well, I'll check. I will check under fertilizer spreaders. I thought I would check. But obviously the fertilizer spreaders is only for fertilizing. So even if there was a front tank in here, it would only be for fertilizer because of the category. So, unfortunately, the Vagerstat FH2200 is not there. So with the one I just said, the seeding options mod, if we go back to our planters, and I keep scrolling, with the option on, all those ones now that say seeding options mod, those give you the option when you go into them to pick and choose what you go for. We have got the Solitaire 23, and that modded version of it, 2,000 litre tank, will do seed or fertilizer. So that's going to be the thing, to be honest with you. That's going to be our go-to for the time being. Like I say, it's weird how it didn't even cross my mind, because I haven't had an instant yet to need one. When I was on FS19, I was doing big fields and especially doing seeding contracts, and you'd think I need to keep going as long as I can. I don't want to have to keep but I haven't had to. So now it's that kind of thing of, well, don't have a choice. Say Grant, I say I don't have a choice. Of course I have a choice, but tank talk with MrSealyp. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll stick that on the front. Fill that up as well, which should mean that our new planter will now, with seed in the front as well, will give us 3,000 litre capacity rather than just 1,000. Unfortunately, the one we went for, because we went for the modded, what did we go for? The 1113. That's not part of the options on these ones, obviously, as you can see, and these are all fairly expensive too. There's not a seeding option one on there, so I just wanted to try something else out, and we'll give it a go. But I do like the lighting on this as well. Nice big spread for nighttime work. Very handy indeed. So what we'll do, we'll head back to the farm. We'll take some seed out of our tank. We'll grab the planter. We'll get onto field 6, and we'll get some corn in the ground. Let's do some corn. And we can split that between just doing corn, and we'll use some of that. I think we might even make some popcorn. I said about doing that. We might do some popcorn. We might do part of it silage harvest. I don't know, I haven't really decided. Again, I'm still a little bit kind of torn with the whole silaging thing. Like I said in the episode, I did have a look at doing some more biogas stuff using the modular biogas plant, but the extensions are so expensive. So I don't know really what to do for the best. They see him rolling. Sorry. So yeah, that field, we'll get that done. And then we'll get our sugar beet. Shall I start with sugar beet? You know what, let's start on the new field, our newly created field. We'll get sugar beet in there. Potatoes is a whole different planter. At some point we'll get into that. There might be still being... Yeah, they are. That one seems to have stalled. Weird. That needs to be moved into our building. We've got quite a few honey pallets again as well, which is brilliant. It's what we need. I'm just thinking, has this got the horsepower to run the planter? Should have. Let's open that up. Perfect. A real mishmash of colours here, haven't we? John Deere, Lemkin and Massey. I suppose the only don't... Oh, that's something that just dawned on me. Oh, no. This doesn't fold up, does it? I may have made a catastrophic mistake. We've got a lot of very narrow lanes. I'm going to have to use shortcuts and things. How are we going to be getting through? Double gates is going to be fine. Single gates, not a chance. Right, beacons on. I've only got a short run to do here before we turn. Then we'll go through the hedge. Didn't even dawn on me. There's me saying about getting the, you know, if you get to a point where you want to double up. I don't know if we're going to get through it, you know. Yeah, we'll skills to pay the bills. I mean, technically I probably would have just ripped off the ridge marker, but hey, what's a ridge marker between friends? And then so this is all done now. This has been limed. It's now been fertilised for its second time. I also took the liberty of fertilising field 6 for its second time as well. We should just be able to see through the gap there. Yep, the lorry and the trailer, the loading wagon for picking up our swaths. Let's start on the bend. Go from there. Okay, should be good, shouldn't we? Put it on corn. No, I don't want to do corn on this one. What are we doing this one? Sugar beet. Yeah, switch it on, drop it down. Let's get our lights on, beacons off. And away we go. So previously, I mean, not that it wasn't useful. We, like I say, I did 2 grass cuts on it, and we've used the grass, which is fine. But it makes it a bit more useful, a bit more productive, I think, in other areas. So I'm glad we did it. Although I obviously didn't level it out as well as I thought I had. But the planter seems to be working perfectly well and dealing with those lumps and bumps. I meant to ask at the start of the video, how was everyone's weekend? I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Whatever it was you were doing. Whether you were just playing Farming Simulator or doing stuff with the family or playing Farming Simulator with the family. this is going to work brilliantly. I mean, as well as doing sowing contracts as well, when they pop up, I have had to come back a few times on some of the bigger fields. It depends what I've been planting, of course, or sowing, seeding. But having the front tank now should make life a little bit easier. I did get a little bit close, didn't I, with the ploughing there. Let's raise that up a second. Yeah, probably shouldn't have ploughed so close to the fence. Just be a bit more careful, I suppose. Whoops. Okay. How are we looking inside? Not bad, even with the protrusion. Swing that around. We should be lined up all right, he says. I think we are. Whoa. God, I felt that was weird. I felt really dizzy there. Let's double check just to make sure. Oh, we've overlapped by quite a bit, haven't we? I was thinking the last episode, because this is the second episode in the second part of March. I've been trying to do like an episode for each day that we've been on, but like because I've got jobs I need to do today, I didn't want to skip straight ahead to the start of April and suddenly go, look, I've done all of this, you know, these are the jobs we're doing, so these are the jobs, you know. Plus we'd bought the new planter and I wanted to use it and show it being used. It's working perfectly fine, no problem at all. I suppose what I should be doing, which would make life a little bit easier, and I don't do it very often, is... which one is it? No. That doesn't seem right to me. These need to extend. Let's just double check something here. Turn that on. Cedar open cover. Those ridge markers seem... If you look at where we're... The ridge marker's supposed to be in a position that when you do your ridge marking, the next time you come round, you place the middle of your bonnet, where that little spike in the middle of the bonnet, you line that up on your ridge line from where you put your ridge marker down. Now that's supposed to be taking into account half the width of the cedar. That is not half the width of the cedar. From there, where we're finishing the cedar to there, something's wrong with that. That's not even close to being the right length, is it? It's definitely not giving me an option to extend it. How weird. Oh well. I just thought, oh yeah, let's stick the ridge markers down. I haven't done ridge markers for a while, and then we can just follow those from in-cab, because I'm really enjoying the in-cab stuff. But alas, it's not to be. So this will need rolling as well. So once the roller's finished over there, we'll bring it over to here, and then once we get the corn into field 6, we'll roll that as well. And we should. I'm going to cut across there. Actually, not what I'm going to do. Which way is that? Bit I missed. Give ourselves a slightly shallower angle on the turn there. We'll get this in. So on productions I need to keep an eye on. Was there anything else I need to lime? Oh yeah, the meadow here. I'll show you the map. Where are we? So yeah, the meadow's cut. As is that little bit there. As is all of that. Now if we go across to there, you'll see they do need liming. And they are going to need fertilising as well, because if I take that off, Have I sprayed them already? Maybe I did, mate. I've just completely forgotten. How has that happened? Okay. Right, so yeah, they're already sprayed twice, so I don't recall doing that, but maybe the fertilizing varies game. I must have done it, but I just don't remember. So again, I'll get to a point where I can get work going on this. I'll go and check on the rolling, and then while those two are happening, I'm going to get some of the grass brought back to our fermenter. We'll get that switched on, and then once this is done, I'll shift over and we'll get some corn in the ground as well. We're doing farming. So here we are. Like I said, might as well use the lorry. It's got a trailer hitch and it's got the PTO attacher as well. So it's running. It does what it should be doing. I'm going to. I've done two 50,000 litre loads of this field, and I cleared the other one that's tucked away in amongst the trees through there. I did clear a few trees or limbs out the way so I could get through a little bit easier. I got 50,000 litres off of that one as well. I also realised very quickly as I was going around that the fence and gate I put in, I needed the gate to open probably this way. I did it the wrong way around, and because I didn't leave myself enough room. When I put it all in, the crops weren't really growing. It looked all right, but there's not enough gap to drive down the side of here and turn through there. I suppose what I should have done was brought it around an angle. Oh, it doesn't matter, it's alright. Actually I can close that. Yeah, so that field through there got 50,000 litres, and I've done 2 of 50,000 off of this one already. Any bits and bobs I go around and mop up later on, and then we'll take it over, stick it in the fermenter. I don't know how much we'll end up with in total off of this field, because last time we cut this it wasn't fertilised or anything, and I can't remember what we got off of this alone, because we did a load of grass cutting, plus I've got the stuff all over there by the greenhouses and the dairy and stuff. So I reckon we could be looking at 400,000 litres. I don't know if we'll hit 500. We might. I don't know. We might hit 500,000. With this load, that'll bring us to 200,000 litres in there. With what's left on here, 300. Yeah, we might hit 500,000 litres in there. And why not? Doesn't hurt. You know. I'm going to cut the grass anyway. I've already got the drying building producing hay for us. Grass I've put to one side, so all the things I can use this for: hay production, grass for feed for the sheep, and then silage we're using it for. So why not get it all done, get it growing again. Not far off a full load again actually. I think the rolling's done on field 3, so once the sowing's finished, there we go. Yeah, once the sowing's finished on the pig field, we'll get the roller over onto that as well. Still got logs here. All I need to do is grab a trailer and take those logs over to the carpentry. When I did it before, I was just getting rid of them at the sawmill, but now the carpentry's working. Oh, that's the thing as well. I think I've got about 4 pallets. I think I've got 4 pallets of furniture as well. It's all been just building up. 2 wall pallets, I think we've got over there as well. 2 full wall pallets. They need to go up to the spinnery. Lovely job, lovely job. Yep, tractor stopped, so it's done. So that's field 3 complete. Everything's done. Fertilised, cultivated, seeded, rolled, mulched, everything's been done. After I finished the mulching on this one, like I said, because I changed the field state, I fertilised it after harvesting, then mulched it. While I was doing sowing on that one, I thought I might as well just fertilise it again, so this has had 2 fertilising states as well. This will now need seeding, which is what we're going to put the, or say planting seeding, we're going to put the corn in. So this has all now been kind of integrated a little bit more. Looks like it's sort of supposed to be here, sort of. Right, let's empty that. Check out facilities. That's all going fine. Everything's okay here. Yep. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Some oats, because of the ratio. The 15 to 19 for oat flour is the best one. Wheat and barley you lose some, 30 to 23 and 5 to 4. Sorghum's 15 to 16, so you get more flour than you do putting in. But the oat's the best one. I'm just going to do a field of oats. Just remembered. Okay. Well, I suppose we can always do that on field 23, maybe. Where are we? So many productions on the go now. It's amazing. Right, here we go. So yeah, 199,921. Oh, I did turn it on. I turned it on initially. I thought, oh no, I don't want to turn it on yet. I was thinking, how come we've lost some? So what we'll do is we are putting grass in. We want to get silage fermenting into the silo. It's now operating. There we go, 84, and it will now continue. I'm going to go and grab some more of the grass. I'm going to switch over the roller, and then what we'll do is I'll get some more loads over in here. I'll get this chugging away. Actually, I haven't looked to see as well our grass. There we go. 46,589 litres of hay has been produced from the grass we put into our grass dryer. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What I'll do is I'll stop the lorry up on the road, grab the roller, take the roller over, bring the seeder back, get the seeder working here, and then I can drive this back over. That way I'm not wasting any, wasting any time, you know what I mean? Let's just put that there. Beacons on, just in case any traffic comes, and turn that corner very quickly. Wallop. The last thing you need. So, let's take this. Doesn't look like it missed anything. Well, I think we'll go this way. We'll do the same thing as we did with the cedar. I keep saying cedar, sorry planter, I know. We're going through the gap. I was thinking again the other day about VR, and I know a couple of games on PS4 when I first got my PSVR, and there's a whole lot of stuff I played VR. It was just amazing. There were a few games that did like a level. It wasn't like the entire game had gone VR, but they were sort of obviously testing the parameters of how it would work, and they'd thrown in a level, a section of VR. It was one of those things I thought, you know, that kind of, if you could have anything. I know the list is long, and all the different things people want from FS, you know, whatever the next FS is, and there was a lot of things that people wanted from this FS they feel they didn't get or whatever. But if it was that kind of anything you want, you could have anything, I think it would be VR. VR or VR level at least. I think that complete immersion, that first person feeling, I think it would work a lot better with, you know, like I've always said, depth perception is really difficult. Using things like forks and forklift trucks and cranes and ground, anything. I just think being in cab and having that it's hard to explain if you've never used VR. The difference in racing games is phenomenal. I mean, just incredible. I could just imagine. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, weird, isn't it? Right, stop the engine there. Get back to that in a minute. Let's see how much seed we've got left in this. Oh, not too bad actually. Let's switch that to corn. We're going to be right by our thing anyway. I think we've covered it all. Pretty much. Let's start her up. We'll get this one over. Excellent. This is going to prove a little bit more difficult. Me just literally just saying about VR. Because of how tight this gate was on the way through. Threading the needle. That's going to be interesting. If I try and get that slap bang in the middle. It's because we're sticking out a lot further at the front as well. I've got to avoid trees and all sorts. Can I turn now? Was that too early? Yep, I thought we'd hit the tree. There we go. That's our new front tank destroyed. Big old buckle in the front of it. Carry on. Just be aware of... We've got some big old hips on this now. It's a chungus. Big old chungus of a cedar. Oh, I keep saying cedar, sorry, planter. Tree. How did I know? As soon as I moved over, I thought I'm still going to hit it, aren't I? Oh, that's not good. Ooh. No. It's all gone wrong. Oh. Oh dear. That's not going to go through there at all, is it? I really didn't think this planted through, did I? Should have gone through the yards and across that way. Because then we've got a tree this side, haven't we? Yep. Oh dear. I'm stuck now. Right. Disconnect. Let's come at this from a different angle. Don't think I will get through there, am I? No. Not even close. Okay. Just need that to twist enough that I can back up without hitting the wall. There we go. So I do a quick cut and we just suddenly appear. Should I just go through the hedge, or is that a really... Probably shouldn't, should I? I've forgotten how to reverse. No. So I like to think when I do my videos, they're either entertaining or usually me ranting. You can learn things, you can do things you want to do, things you might want to try out, but also things you don't want to. You also get to learn what not to do. If you finish an episode saying, well, I'm not going to do what he did, you've still learned something from it. Now, am I going to get through there? Anyone get the feeling I might be changing this planter very soon? I think I'm going to have to switch it for either. I wanted something at least 6 meters wide, but I'm going to have to go for a long one, aren't I? One of the ones where you hook up at the end. This is not going to work at all, is it? Right, well, I'll see you over there in a minute. I'm going to have to work this out. I don't want to get stuck down here with the walls. Yeah, it just narrows way too much down there, doesn't it? Okie dokie. Back it up. Farm dog is in a particularly barky mood today. What joy. Let's have a look. What have we got available instead? I mean, it's not really... Right, that one. They're all just more expensive, aren't they? I'll have to look and see what's available in the wider area. Oh, we could go for a Kinsey, couldn't we? That's 12 metres. So expensive, though, isn't it? We used the Optima RS on Elm Creek. I didn't really want to use that again. The Tempo L16 is expensive. I'll have a look. I'll have a look and see what else is available. I just thought because of the price of this and it was new and direct drill and all the other cool stuff, either that was just going to be a case of me having to really seriously think a lot harder about my routes to and from places, because that just was a nightmare. Just knock down some hedges on the way. Lovely. I'm going to have to move that lorry. Right, okay. So I'm going to take the lorry, get some more grass, and then I'll get the outside done. Maybe we'll finish doing that. We'll get some corn in the ground before we finish. So that'll be one field completed, second field planted and then rolled, grass into the fermenter. Ticked off all the things on the list I wanted to do. Then encountered a few problems I didn't want to. So it'll be a bit of time poring over the planter brochures to see what we can find. I'm sure there's going to be some other cool stuff we can look at. Farm dog is driving me mad. We're on field 6. I planted? Oh, it's because this is cultivated. The other one was... there we are. The other one had been ploughed. I'm thinking it's not giving the same state as we're putting it down. But you can see it's lighter because it's changing the state. We are definitely sowing. We're putting corn in the ground. I'm up to 250,000 litres in the vertical fermenter. The rolling is done on the pig field. I've got a load more grass to collect, so the next episode I'll hopefully have all that done. We'll see how much grass we'll have on hand, which will be fermenting into silage. I'm going to go and have a look at in the planter brochures and see if we can find another planter to replace this. I'm a bit gutted. It's just wrong planter for the map. It just for the area. It just doesn't work. When I say it doesn't work, it works. Of course it does. I'm planting with it, but it's not the right fit. So we'll have a look and see what's available there. We'll be into start of April, so I think we're going to get the vines in and we'll have a fiddle around with all the vine stuff. I haven't really touched any of that since we started. Bear in mind with March and the game released in November, haven't really done any vine work at all, so we'll have a look at putting some, probably grapes. I don't know if we're going to do olives to start off with, but we'll get some grapes in the ground. I need to plant trees up by the carpentry, because I said when I cut all those trees down I was going to plant some more trees, and I'm going to do some potato. You know what, let's just stop there a second, turn it off. I said about doing potatoes, so what I'm going to do, the field I sold a while back, that had the horses in originally, I want to buy that back. 43,680, let's buy that. I'm going to leave a strip across that for driving. We're going to put potatoes in it. We'll have sugar beet. That would be a great idea. Turn the seeder back on, wouldn't it? We're going to put sugar. We'll have sugar beet and potatoes over there. Small fields, big yields. It's that kind of, I don't want to do too many potatoes. If I do a big field, we're going to be doing it forever. Why is this not? Oh, it's the wheels on this. It does not like reversing. I had no problem with this before. Oh, so it was lowered. It just didn't want to back up. Okay. So yeah, we've got plenty more to come. Loads more to do. Like I said, I still haven't done the tailor's shop. I need to do. Yeah, we'll do a tailor's because we've got to get that fabric off somewhere. And we'll plug on. I haven't done poplars in I can't remember how long. Maybe. Well, I suppose no, I did some on Italia demo, didn't I? I did some poplars. There's a little bit of poplar baling for contract work. but I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe wood chips isn't, again, it depends on the map. 6 ashes, wood chip payments were off the charts. Same with Spectacle. I made a lot of money cutting down the trees and wood chipping on those maps. Whereas a lot of different things seem to be more relevant on FS22. Some things have become a little bit less relevant, I think. Although our sawmill and our it's our sawmill, isn't it? Our sawmill's producing wood chips in the plank making process. Yeah, we need to really somewhere better for selling them, I guess. But anyway, it's all a byproduct. Oh, right, that's just switched over. Let's go again. Let's raise that. So it switched from what was in the seeder. Now I need to go from the front tank. Now, because this isn't a lemkin to lemkin, that's why you don't get the pipe attaching. If you go lemkin to lemkin, is it the azurit? Let's try again. Drop it down. There we go. It's just because it ran out in the back and it needs to switch to the front tank. Yeah, so yes, I've got tons more I want to do, tons more to get on with. We'll get to a point where the cows will reproduce and we'll double our herd. I was thinking of buying some more cows now anyway, but they are going to double soon. Sheep we'll get a load more sheep. At some point I'll think about maybe selling some, I don't know. I was thinking about putting another chicken pen in, but in all honesty, because the bakery is now full up, I've got eggs stored by where the chicken pens are, and I've got 4 or 5 pallets of eggs stored up in the little shelter over by the greenhouses, so I've got an abundance of eggs at the moment. So we'll have a look at different options of what we can do with those too, and yeah, we'll keep chugging. We're only in our 2nd year, and we've only, are we in our 2nd year yet? When did we start? Was it August? Well, not actually, are we? We're in the new year, as in we've gone past Christmas into January New Year, but we haven't done a full year, have we? No, we haven't. So, that's what I'm going to do. A few bits off camera, get that going. And I will see you on the next one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.